Hey viewers! We're here with Dr. Scullin's class to teach you a little bit about selective attention.
What percent of information do you think that you can remember perfectly?
5%? 50%? How about 100%?
It is estimated that the human brain takes in up to 400 billion bits of information every second, but we're only attending to about 0.5 millionth of a percent of what we're actually experiencing.
But because we are constantly being presented with more information we can attend to, our brain has to pick what's most important while ignoring all other information.
Okay, so attention is the ability to focus on specific information.
No matter how impressive you think our brains are, the details of our environment can get a little bit distorted because we're constantly being bombarded with stimuli around us.
Because of our selective attention to detail, it is not even guaranteed that we will be aware of the details of things that we see around us all the time.
So we took a trip down to San Antonio, Texas at the Alamo to put people's brains to the test. Okay, so do y'all have iPhones?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and take those out.
All right. Try and look at it a little bit, get familiar.
Okay, now put it away. All right, so which one of these Apple icons, if you don't mind pointing to it, is the correct one? Can you tell which one of these Apple logos is correct? Let's see who's been paying attention. One.
I think it's 6.
I think it's 6.
Oh, wait.
It's actually kind of.
Wait, no, I think 3. Anything? No, sorry.
Wait, no.
No?
It's
6.
3. Wait, no.
So why is it that we're prone to miss the details of everyday items?
Repetition does not always mean we're going to remember the details of an object.
It's
It's actually the complete opposite.
The more we see something, the more automatic it becomes, so the less attention we have to give to it. So, the less likely we are to remember the details of it.
What research shows is that once an object is no longer salient, which means really noticeable, our brains don't feel the need to capture that information every time we come into contact with it.
That's why even though we see the Apple logo on our cell phones every day, we don't pick up the details as perfectly as we expect.
It is on.
I want to say 6.
It is number 6.
It's number 6, right?
I think it's 2. Do you think it's number 2?
How confident are you really?
So the answer is actually number 4. Yeah.
It's probably the honest.
That's crazy. It's close. Actually, it's going to be number 4. But the reason you got it wrong, is because it's no longer salient in your mind. It's really easy to think that our perceptual system has totally failed us due to the fact that we are only able to attend to a tiny portion of our environment at once.
But in reality, because we are only able to detect small bits of information at a time, this can be considered one of our most adaptive features by focusing only on the most important things and therefore making ideal use of our limited processing resources.
Ignoring little bits of information is really necessary for brain health. Our attention is a gatekeeper so that our brains don't implode or explode.
So next time that you're driving down the street or listening to a lecture, remember,
If you can,
you're missing more details than you're picking up. You never know how important it could be, so make sure you're choosing wisely.
thanks for tuning in!